A fierce confrontation unfolds between Mahito and Kokichi. As the battle begins, several Mechamaru puppets rush towards Mahito, but are effortlessly swatted aside by his enlarged arm, easily breaking the puppets. Amidst the chaos, Kokichi disappears, leaving Mahito puzzled. Suddenly, the battleground is engulfed in a massive explosion with water, with Mahito barely escaping onto a bridge. Kokichi, now piloting the massive Mechamaru, stands before Mahito, ready for the next phase of the battle. Mahito recognizes the most concentrated energy point in Mechamaru's head, where Kokichi pilots it. Despite Mechamaru's operational functions being intact, sensory feedback and outward communications are blocked due to Geto's barrier. Kokichi's strategy relies on breaking free from this constraint to seek help from Satoru Gojo, but first he needs to defeat Mahito. Years of confinement led Kokichi to accumulate curse energy, which he's now prepared to unleash. He charges up a massive amount of curse energy, leading to an explosive attack that breaks the bridge with a move called Ultra Cannon. Mahito's mobility is hampered and part of his face is burned, revealing the limitations of Mechamaru's attack against a cursed spirit's soul. Recognizing that direct attacks won't work, Kokichi charges Mechamaru with cursed energy and releases the Miracle Cannon, generating a massive wave. Mahito emerges from the explosion and extends his left arm to grab the wires on Mechamaru's head. Ignoring Mechamaru's offense, Mahito contracts his left arm and strikes Mechamaru's head with the cursed energy reinforced right hook. Kokichi then employs a secret technique, shooting a projectile into Mahito's wings. The unexpected damage catches Mahito off guard and he's thrown into the forest below. Mahito believes that his soul was destroyed. Before he can gather what happened, Mechamaru unleashes a flurry of rapid-fire downward straight punches that break apart the trees in the area. Mahito avoids the onslaught by changing himself into a bird and flying away. He appears to have regenerated his wound as well, but Kokichi realizes that he has just changed the shape of his soul to make it look like he regenerated. The fact that the special grade is attempting to conceal his wound is a positive gain in this fight for Kokichi. Even Pseudo Geto, observing from the sidelines, admits that Kokichi possesses remarkable skills and his tactics are effectively countering Mahito's moves. Kokichi charges Mechamaru's power further, launching Pigeon Viola, a barrage of cursed energy bullets. Mahito manages to dodge most of them, but Kokichi's tactics continue to disrupt his rhythm. As the battle intensifies, Kokichi lands more blows, even managing to severely wound Mahito. However, Mahito counters with his domain expansion, trapping Mechamaru within self-embodiment of perfection. Idle Transfiguration automatically hits within the domain and Mechamaru collapses. Mahito boasts that even a puppet manipulator can't hide while inside a domain. Out of nowhere, Mechamaru makes a swift recovery and thrusts the spike on his middle finger through Mahito's back. As he's lifted into the air by the enormous hand, a spike piercing his stomach, Mahito twists his head, wearing an expression of utter confusion. Inside, Kokichi glares at him and activates the secret domain sealed inside the tubes. Simple Domain. This surprises Mahito, causing his body to explode, seemingly exorcising him. Mechmaru roars in victory and Kokichi believes he's done it. Impressed, Geto realizes that Kokichi uses Simple Domain to neutralize Mahito's curse technique in order to injure him. However, the driver's seat swiftly shatters due to the force of Mahito's enlarged fist. Filled with terror, Kokichi gazes through the shattered cockpit, only to be met by the unsettling sight of Mahito's twisted grin. Twisted into a grotesque millipede-like shape, Mahito slithers into the cockpit area. In a desperate final attempt, Kokichi and Mahito clash. The two fighters lunge at each other and their hands pass by one another with great speed. In this harrowing moment, Kokichi's mind races back to a conversation he had with Kasumi. They had discussed her plans to visit him, to deepen their connection and understanding of each other. A heartfelt promise had been made. Unfortunately for Kokichi, he was the slower one, and his dreams are taken away along with his life. Mechmaru collapses on the bridge, and its broken face bleeds its master's blood, signifying both of their demises. Kokichi's destiny was determined when he turned against his closest peers, betraying those who had been his companions. Instead of embracing the limited happiness the world might have offered, he opted to harbor resentment towards it all. The irony of walking among his classmates existed right from the beginning, and perhaps was even achieved, but his self-centered decision to endanger others for the sake of obtaining a body that would shortly be taken away reflects the consequences of striking a deal with the devil. But the story doesn't end here, it's only just begun. To witness the twists, turns, and revelation that awaits in Shibuya, you're going to want to click right here.